Hi everybody, welcome to Sukh Vibes. In today's video, we are going to cover 28 questions related to using the lights, which falls under the main topic of what to do in special situations. This video, using the lights, is very important also from the practical driving exam point of view. These are the questions that the examiner may ask you during the technical questions. So let's begin. Where is it sufficient to use your parking lights while your car is parked on an unlit roadway? Unlit roadway means a roadway without any light. So in built-up areas, you can use only your parking lights. What must you be aware of here? So what we see here, we see the lights all over, and here you can see a dazzling effect, so it's not clear which vehicle is coming from the other side. That your vehicle will not be seen in time, this could happen, as I said, because there are the lights, because of the lights from the buildings, so your vehicle could not be seen on time. That the traffic lights are hardly distinct from the colored signs, this is also true. That you only detect oncoming vehicles after it is too late, this is also true. All the options are the correct ones. What risk could arise if you drive with your main beam lights on? So if your main beam lights on, what are the risks? Stationary vehicles on my side of road will not be detected until it is too late. This is wrong, because if your main beam lights are on, then you are able to see like with a greater range. So stationary vehicles on my side of road will not be detected until it's too late. It's a wrong. Wild animals on the road will be dazzled and will remain stationary in the light beam. This can happen because of the high beam lights. The wild animals can be dazzled. Oncoming road users will be dazzled. This is also correct. So let me show you in the ebook. So this is the effect. For example, here you can see this is with the dipped beam and this picture is with the high beam. So with high beam or full beam, what has happened? You are able to see the large stretch of road. Whereas if you use dipped lights, then the stretch of road which is visible to you is also limited. Higher the beams, more stretch of road you are able to see. But the only disadvantage is it could cause dazzling effect to the wild animals or to the oncoming traffic. So you should always use dipped lights. You are driving at night on an unlit road. Unlit road means a road without lights. There is a motor vehicle traveling a short distance in front of you. Which lights must you have on? So you should have dipped headlights. Full beam, no. Only side lights, no. Dipped headlights should be switched on. As a basic rule, what lights of motor vehicle must be turned on when driving in darkness? So the passing beam. Passing beam is the dipped headlights and driving beam is the full beam. Only the parking light. Parking lights are used for parking only. Depending on the motor vehicle, how can you tell if the main beam is switched on? You can tell from the position of the control switch, or you can also tell from the blue indicator light. By the way, this is also a very important question from technical point of view. Like in the driving exam, they may ask you, how can you figure out if main beam is on? So from the blue indicator light, you can figure out that the main beam is on, and also from the position of the control switch. Let me show you. For example, here there is a lever. Full beam can be switched on when your dipped headlights are switched on by pulling or pressing the indicator lever. A blue pilot light will then appear in the cockpit. So in the cockpit on the display, you can see blue light will appear. So from the position, like either you have to pull or press the indicator lever. From there, you can figure out if the full beam is on, or you can figure out from the color which is seen in the cockpit. When you are driving, how can you tell whether the headlights are switched on full beam? This question is similar to the previous question. From the blue indicator light, you can tell your full beam is switched on. When do you have to switch on your dipped headlights? When driving through a tunnel, right? When it is dark, yes. During twilight. All the options are the correct ones. You have to switch your dipped headlights. The rear lighting systems of your car are covered. What has to be done? A luminaire rail system with all rear lighting system need only to be attached on journeys longer than 5 km. Wrong. Must be attached in any case. If your rear lighting system has been covered, then you have to attach this luminaire rail system in any case so that your vehicle is visible to other traffic users. Need only to be attached for journeys at dusk or during the hours of darkness. This is wrong. In any case, you have to attach the extra luminaire rail system if your rear lighting systems are covered. You are driving with main beam lights on in darkness. When do you have to dip your headlights? If I am required to wait at rail crossing and dazzling others. If you're causing dazzling effects to others, then you have to switch off your main beam to dipped beam. If I am driving on a road with constant adequate lighting, yeah. If there's a road which is well lit, then there's no sense of driving with main beams. If there are pedestrians moving in the same direction in front of me, then you are not required to turn off your main beams. Why? Because the pedestrians, they are having back towards your vehicle. So you're not causing any dazzling effect to the pedestrians. A farm tractor is approaching you at dawn with its headlights switched on. What must you reckon with? So what you have to consider. The tractor can carry large work equipment which is difficult to see. This is right. Despite the headlights being switched on, it is not always possible to discern the width of the tractor. This is also right. Two wide rails can be attached to a tractor. Yes. What these options indicate that it is difficult to indicate from the headlights at dawn that if the farm tractor is big, what's the width, how much load it is carrying, everything could be possible. So you have to be extra cautious if a farm tractor or any slow moving vehicle, big slow moving vehicle is approaching you. During twilight or the hours of darkness, when must you have your side lights switched on as a minimum requirement? When driving on roads with adequate continuous lighting, then you need not to switch on. When the vehicle is parked on the hard shoulder outside built up areas, of course, then you need your side lights switched on. You are driving in the dark with dipped headlights. Oncoming traffic flash their headlights at you. What can this mean? Other drivers are telling you to turn on your main beam. No, they are not telling you to turn on your main beam because it will cause dazzling effects to them. The headlamps on your vehicle are set incorrectly and are dazzling. This could be the right option. The light range adjustment is not adapted to your vehicle load. This is also correct. Why must driving along this road become dangerous? So what we see over here, we see parked vehicles, then there are some lights, then there are buildings with the lights as well. Because persons on the road can be easily overlooked, yes, because they are the parked vehicles on the side of the road. Because poorly lit vehicles can be difficult to detect, yes. Because oncoming vehicles will only be detected very late, no, this is not the case because oncoming vehicles will have their own lights. So there is no such case that they are going to be detected very late. How can you tell whether the rear fog lamp is switched on? This is also an important question from the technical questions that are being asked during driving exam. So for the rear fog lamp, whenever they are switched on, you see yellow or amber light in the cockpit. So by the amber indicator light, you can figure out that rear fog lamp is switched on. Please start the film to familiarize yourself with the situation. The speed limit is 80. We are driving at 40 because there is fog all over and the visibility is not so good. We see a vehicle in front of us with the rear fog light switched on. Let's play it once again. Speed limit is 80, but we are driving at 40 because of the weather condition. The stretch of the road is not so good visible to us. We are approaching a vehicle which has these rear fog lamps switched on. Two problems. You are driving on the Autobahn. What is the correct thing to do in this situation? I may drive at 80 km per hour maximum. This could be dangerous because the stretch of the road visible to you is very poor. I turn on the rear fog lights. Yes. As this vehicle has turned on the rear fog lights, you have to turn on your rear fog lights. Drive at 50 km per hour maximum. This is the correct thing to do. It depends upon how wide the stretch of the road is visible to you. So you must drive at 50 km per hour, though the speed limit is 80 km per hour. Because of the bad visible conditions, you have to choose 50 km per hour. And since there is a fog, you can also turn on the rear fog lights. You turn from a brightly lit road into an unlit road. So a road with a continuous lighting to a road where there are no lights. What do you have to bear in mind? Obstructions are harder to make out than before. Yes, because your eyes always need some time to adjust. So obstructions are harder to make out. Eyes adapt only slowly to darkness. Yes, your eyes have already adapted to the darkness when you turned off. This is wrong. When must you use dipped headlights also during the day? When the visibility is considerably reduced by rain, exactly, by a misted windscreen. If your windscreen is misted, you can easily clear it off. By fog or falling snow, yes. So whenever your visibility is reduced by rain, fog, falling snow, then you can use your dipped headlights during the day. What must you do in this situation when you are dazzled? So this is a dazzling situation when it's difficult for you to figure out how wide the vehicle is or how big the vehicle is. You are unable to see properly. In this case, the best thing is that you should drive towards the right-hand edge and avoid the dazzling effect. You can also reduce your speed if you are not sure about the width or height of the vehicle. Look to the right-hand edge of the roadway. Yes, this is a correct thing to do. Like you can concentrate towards this right-hand edge of the road in order to avoid the dazzling effect. If necessary, reduce your speed. Accelerate to get out of the beam of light more quickly. This is incorrect to do. It can cause accidents. How is it possible to prevent oncoming traffic being dazzled by the passing beam? The headlight range can be adjusted depending upon the load carried by the vehicle. This is correct. Depending upon the load the vehicle is carrying. For example, if there is some trailer which is attached to your vehicle, then you can attach extra lighting system so that your vehicle is visible to other road users. The headlight setting should be checked after every repair. Exactly. Only permissible light bulbs may be used in each of the headlights. This is also correct. All these effects can prevent dazzling effects. When are you allowed to use fog headlamps also during the day? When visibility is considerably reduced by fog or falling snow? Exactly. By rain? Exactly. By ice on the windscreen? Now. You can easily clear your windscreen. Fog or falling snow or by rain, you can always use fog headlamps. And this is important to notice over here. These are the fog headlamps which you are seeing over here. What can be the consequences of wrongly setting the headlamp leveling control? If you set the level of your headlamp incorrectly. My car's headlamp range may be too short. Yes. The life cycle of the light bulb for the headlights may be reduced. This has nothing to do with setting of the headlamp leveling control. The oncoming traffic may be dazzled by my dipped headlight. This is correct. Why must you also drive a dipped headlight during the day when visibility is impaired by fog, rain, or falling snow? So that you can drive at higher speed? No. So that you will be more easily seen by other road users. This is correct. So that you can use traffic signs at greater distances? No. It's for your own safety that you should be easily seen by other road users. You can drive with dipped headlight during the day when visibility is impaired by fog, rain, or falling snow. When are you allowed to switch on rear fog lamps? So what are rear fog lamps? Let me also show you if I can show. So these are the rear fog lamps, right? When fog reduces visibility to less than 50 meter, yes. When fog reduces visibility to 100 meter, no. When visibility is reduced by heavy rain, no. So you can use your rear fog lamps only when your visibility is reduced by 50 meter. And also one important thing is these rear fog lamps, they can cause dazzling effect to those who are following you. So you should use them only when the visibility is reduced to less than 50 meter and you should drive at a speed of 50 km per hour whenever you're using rear fog lamps. The important information is the rear fog lamp has a much stronger light than your rear lights. So there are special conditions on which you can turn on rear fog lights. The first is that your visibility in fog condition is less than 50 meter. Then you can turn on rear fog lights. And how can you figure out if your rear fog lights are on or off? It can be detected by the yellow or amber pilot light in the cockpit or by the position of the switch. And also, as per the principle of driving on site, driving at maximum of 50 km per hour is also allowed under these conditions. What are these conditions? When your visibility is less than 50 meter, then you can drive up to maximum of 50 km per hour. These are the important things. When visibility is reduced by heavy rain, no. Your visibility should be reduced by fog and it should be less than 50 meter. Only then you can use rear fog lamps because they are much stronger than your rear lights. Visibility is considerably reduced. When are you allowed to switch on the fog headlamps? So fog headlamps can be switched on in fog, in falling snow, in rain. Let me show you again. So these are the fog headlamps. And the conditions are you may only switch on your fog lamps if visibility is considerably impaired by fog, snow, or rain. The important thing to remember is your fog headlamps. You can use them in rain, falling snow, or in fog. And your rear fog lights you can only use when there is a fog. So there is a difference. Fog headlamps you can use in any of these three conditions, but rear fog lamps or rear fog lights you can use only when there is a fog and visibility is reduced less than 50 meter. This you have to remember. So this is the difference between fog headlamps and rear fog lights. You are driving on a country road in darkness and rain and encounter oncoming vehicles with dipped headlights. What must you remember? You can be dazzled by reflections on the wet road. Yes, during rain, you can be dazzled by the reflections on the wet road. Your wet windscreen can result in your being dazzled. This is also correct. You can avoid possible dazzle by switching on full beam. No, by switching on full beam, you can cause more dazzling effect. Let me show you. For example, these are the rainy condition. The road is wet, and you can see, right, the dazzling effects. Driving at nighttime on a rural road, you see persons on your side of the road. What do you do if you are dazzled by an oncoming vehicle? So if you are dazzled by an oncoming vehicle, you have to do two things. First is, I reduce my speed and stop if necessary. Yes. Turn on my main beam lights. No. Look towards the right hand edge of the road or look towards the right hand side of the road. So these are the two important things, that you have to reduce your speed and stop if necessary, and you have to start looking towards the right hand side of the road if you are being dazzled by oncoming traffic. You are driving with main beam lights on in darkness. When do you have to dip your headlights? When a vehicle is driving close in front, yes. When a vehicle is driving close in front, then you can cause dazzling effect to that vehicle. When a vehicle is oncoming, yes. If there are pedestrians in front moving in the same direction, no. Then you need not to switch on the main beam lights, because the pedestrians, they are moving in the same direction as you are driving, so they are having back towards you. So it could not cause any dazzling effect to the pedestrians. So in this video, we have completed 28 questions regarding using the lights, which falls under the main topic of what to do in special situation. And as I have said, using the lights, they are very important questions from the technical point of view. These questions can be asked during the exam. For example, how can you find out if your rear fog lights are on? How can you find out if your main beam is on? Or in which situation you should put your rear fog lamps on? So all these are the important questions for your practical exam as well. Thanks for watching. If you have liked my video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you're interested in any particular topic, please feel free to write in comment section. Take care. See you next time.